All right, good morning. I've got my coffee here. I'm chopping up some fruit and just getting ready to set out a little bit of a yogurt parfait bar for the kids this morning before they all get up. So just chopping up some strawberries, pineapple, and I've got some blueberries over there, and then I'm going to just set out some granola and some seeds and some bowls. All right, so we've got plain yogurt, some sweetened yogurt, some cottage cheese if somebody wants that instead, strawberries, blueberries, pineapple, and then I've got this cookie granola, the chocolate chip. We still have some of this granola left as well, just this like, is there a flavor to this? I can't remember. What is it? Do you remember, Annie? Just granola. Yeah. Coconut flakes, flax, and chia. And maple syrup in case anybody would like that on the, some of my kids prefer that with plain yogurt, and then some of my kids like the vanilla cinnamon. So that is breakfast. Build your own yogurt bowl. All right, here's mine. I've got a little cottage cheese over here, and then berries and flax. And then Annie, she did a layer bowl. Right, she's my only one.
It's like strawberries on the bottom, then a layer of yogurt, then blueberries, then a layer of yogurt, and then granola and those coconut flakes.
Yum. All right, breakfast is over, and I had to re-pour my coffee because the kids who were in charge of cleaning up breakfast this morning accidentally dumped mine out. I think they thought it was left over from yesterday, so just got another fresh cup of coffee, and I use half and half in it. John was just in Guatemala with our older kids, and they brought back a bunch of coffee from the farm that was connected to the ministry they were with, and it is so good. So I have really enjoyed this coffee just with some half and half because the flavor is way too good to add anything else to. So that is, that's what's up next for me. Just a little more coffee after having breakfast. And the little girls, Josephine wanted one of these. She did not want to build a little breakfast bowl. She woke up later than everyone else. So she had that, and then when she almost finished it, Annie drank the rest of it. So just lots of yogurt happening here this morning. All right, I just pulled these organic boneless, skinless chicken thighs out of the freezer. These are part of our Butcher Box order. I spoke about Butcher Box a few weeks ago on my channel, but I'll just give a little shout out to them again today. We love Butcher Box for our family. We get quality sourced meats, organic chicken, grass-fed beef, a really good quality meat. We have really enjoyed it. I actually made, John and the kids were out of town recently, the older ones, so one afternoon I made Eli and I the New York strip steaks. They were so incredible. I was pretty impressed. I had not gotten steak from them yet, and so it was my first attempt, and it was really good. I was very, very impressed with it. Anyway, so or did I say we get the big box, the big size box for our family, and the best balance for us is to get that delivered about every 6 weeks, and then we can choose our cuts of meat, or we can just keep it the same if we want to. So this is something that's on rotation for us because one of my kids' favorite Taco Tuesday meals, which Tuesdays happen to be one of our longest homeschooling days, so it really works out for me that we can do this in a crock pot on a Tuesday night. Is Lisa Leek's 100 Days of Real Food on a Budget, her salsa verde chicken bowls. And so I'm gonna thaw 2 of these packs out, stick them in the crock pot with some corn, pinto beans, some seasonings, and some green salsa on top, and cook it on low for the day, and then pull the chicken, and everyone will just build their own rice bowl tonight. It's a family favorite. It's one that's requested often, including for birthdays. So that's what I'm gonna start prepping now as our school day gets going, and we have a pretty easy lunch today, so I'll show you that in just a bit. Whoops, the reason I was showing you this, see, I'm not the best influencer in the world, but the reason I was showing you this specifically and talking about Butcher Box is because I will have a link for you in my description box down below, as I did a few weeks ago when I shared about them for the first time. And with that link, there are some specials that you can only get through me versus their normal specials. And so right now they have some really good deals. some salmon specials, chicken, and some different steak specials. So you would get free meat in every box for a year with my link. Okay, I'm sticking lunch in the oven for the kids right now, so I wanted to show you what I meal prepped for myself. So this is feta here. I'm gonna crumble it up at the end. When I meal prepped this week for John, I crumbled the feta on top because he just has like a microwave or a toaster oven at work that he'll use to heat his up. And so he'll just put it in as is, but I prefer cold feta on top instead of it being heated up. So I just kept mine as a little block to crumble on after. But I made, these are hot honey chicken bowls. So this is quinoa at the bottom, and then I roasted, I found this on Pinterest, but it just kind of gave like a general idea. It didn't give an exact recipe. So I roasted Brussels sprouts and sweet potato. I just did a little olive oil, salt, and pepper, I believe, on top. And I also roasted up some chicken breast, and then when that came out, I drizzled it with hot honey, which I just used some honey and hot sauce mixed together. And then put it on top of quinoa, and then I have a little hot honey to dump on top, and feta to sprinkle on at the end. So this has been a really easy lunch for me all week. Well, all week. This is only day 2, but I've got 4 of them prepped for each of us for the week. And then I'm just gonna pop this in the oven with the kids' lunch while that's heating up, and then crumble the feta on top. All right, lunch is served. And we've got chicken sandwiches for the kids. Every now and then Publix will have like the Purdue chicken patties in their refrigerated section on sale, and when that goes on sale, I'll buy it as like a little treat for the kids, chicken sandwiches for lunch. They all really love it. We don't have it often. I've got some apples, cucumber, carrots chopped up there, and then we have a couple random bags of like post-hosting pool party chips left. When people come over for things and they like leave stuff, then I just pull it out for lunches. Like, all right, use up these random bags of chips because I don't really have storage for chips in my pantry. And then Josephine, again, when the Purdue like chicken sandwiches the sandwich patties go on sale, then I'll get this for Josie because she doesn't eat the chicken sandwiches. So she just got like a little fruit and veggie as well. So that's the kids' lunch. All right, here's my lunch out of the oven with the feta on top, and then I'm gonna have a watermelon lime olipop. Take a little teacher's break for half an hour or so. All right, afternoon snacks are on the road today. We've got Jesse heading to football practice. I'm getting ready to start doing all the drop-offs. Jesse's going to football practice. Eli's going to a short karate class. Football practice is 3 hours today. So he already has his liquid IV in his Stanley, and yeah, so he's gonna have this with some grapes on the drive. We've got this with some grapes for Eli. Josephine gets a cheese with applesauce. I cannot have her eating grapes in the car without me being there with her, like in the back seat with her. And then Annie is getting grapes and a cheese as well because she doesn't like these. Bella is being dropped off at a coffee house with a friend to catch up for a couple hours. She was just, like I mentioned, she was just in Guatemala, but then her friend was just in Honduras. So they're catching up on their trips, and then I'll be picking her up after I drop everyone off. So because of that, she's planning to get like a muffin or a pastry or something, so I didn't grab a snack for her. But with having some athletes times 4, all 4 of my kids do something competitively or something that just is an everyday sport kind of a situation. So it's really important for us that afternoon snack is like as on the clock as meal times are. And then after dinner tonight, we always will have something before bed as well, just before they go to sleep. So lots of protein and calories filtering through their little bodies at all times, just because of the, I don't know, if you have a competitive dancer or a football, soccer, jiu-jitsu, karate, whatever it is, it's so much effort and they get smoked. So especially when it's 5 days a week. So afternoon snack is always on the agenda, except for me. I'm not snacky between lunch and dinner, so nothing for me. I might grab a sparkling water on my way out the door. So I was sitting here finishing up some school planning for this week when, and the little girls were getting in their swimsuits, getting ready to head out to the pool to kill some time. All the big kids are, my older 3 are all at a sport or a thing right now. I made some coffee to finish my school planning, and my dad showed up. So I will never turn down an opportunity for coffee with my dad. We were sitting here and chatting about some upcoming travels for next year that we were working on starting to plan. And we had just a wonderful coffee time together. So about an hour and a half hung here at the table with some coffee, and then Josephine knows that she can always get a yes from Grandpa, so she got into the pantry and brought 2 chocolates, and she also opened another yogurt. So I had a coffee in lieu of an afternoon snack today. I just am not starving. My dad had a coffee, Josie had a couple chocolates and a yogurt. And yeah, now it's getting close to pickup time than dinner time, so I am gonna take the girls to the pool because I did promise them we'd go outside and swim, right girls?
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna go swim for maybe a half an hour instead of like an hour, and then I'm gonna...
Mommy, a half an hour? Yeah.
And then I gotta cook some rice and get dinner ready, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go swim for a bit and work up an appetite, and then we'll have some dinner here soon. All right, we've got chicken all shredded up there, sour cream, some lettuce, guac, green salsa, red salsa, some cheese crumbled up, some quick pickled red onions are our staple on these nights, some sourdough starter, some chips. Bowls are here and ready to go. I just need to pull out the jalapenos, and then I've also got some brown rice set to go. So we're all set to eat as soon as the kids walk in the door.
Some chicken, some corn, some...
All right, breakfast. Excuse all the candle wax that keeps showing up in my videos. The kids have been lighting candles at dinner lately, and then of course the wax gets everywhere as they play with it. But we're having loaded, oh wait, I forgot here it is, there's breakfast. Loaded oatmeal bowls. We've got options here, peanut butter, brown sugar, milk, chia, flax, banana, blueberry, and then we are having green smoothies to go along with it. I'm just using plastic cups today because we're about to host a big group for lunch today, so I need to get moving quickly on my day. So this is, let's see, what did I do today? It's like spinach, mango, and I did some protein powder in there. We've got some ginger beet, barley grass juice powder. That might be it in there. Water, mango ice, yeah. So vanilla mango smoothies on the side. And of course, coffee. Okay, we are hosting history today, our little history group that's met together for, oh man, probably 10 years now, 8 years maybe. We're winding down the school year, and we're meeting on a Wednesday instead of a Friday because one of the girls is graduating Friday. It just breaks my heart that this might be my last time hosting her as my student. She's been here doing this with us 5 in a row in history since she was in kindergarten, so bittersweet. But anyway, whoever hosts history also provides lunch, so it's a total of 11 kids. So I've got the kids all set up here. We've got some veggies and ranch. I got a bunch of this like cheese bread from Publix as the main dish today. Usually when it's a Friday, I might have more time in the morning to prepare taco meat and do walking tacos or something, but since it's a Wednesday and we had other subjects this morning, I just went easy peasy. So cheese bread, I've got another tray of it in the kitchen as well, just didn't fit out here. Some marinara sauce, and then a little dessert over here, just some leftovers that John had grabbed earlier in the week, so I cut the brownies up and put some Oreos out. We've got some juice here for the kids who'd rather have juice than water. And then for the moms, I just stuck the chicken back in the crock pot to warm up this morning. And then I'm going to reheat the rice and put out the toppings for some like green salsa chicken salad bowls instead of rice bowls. I'm reheating the rice in case anybody wants some rice on it, but I'm gonna put the greens out, and then I always do like little kombucha, LaCroix mocktails, and so does my friend. So that's what's for lunch today. All right, afternoon snackies. We've got dance practice today. We've got football today. No jujitsu or karate today. Just a couple things. So we've got leftover veggies from this afternoon. I put it out with some ranch again. I cannot believe that with 11 kids, all that's actually gone are the apples. They usually do, Belly, you guys usually do better than that on the veggies.
Yeah.
Did I just make too much pizza today?
You had desserts out. So
I did make that mistake of putting dessert out with the buffet. So how about, yeah, cucumber, carrots, ranch, some hard-boiled eggs. I have one of those Dash hard-boiled egg makers, makes it so easy. Some salt out next to it. We had a little bit of cheddar bunnies left in a box, and then we had some dots left in a bag. So I love afternoon snack because I can just clear my pantry, clear my fridge. So that is snack today. All right, it's dinner. We are having a quick kind of dinner tonight, just a casual dinner. We're having BLTs, which I usually make on church nights, chips, and Ollipops. And John and I are using Ezekiel bread. The kids are using just regular bread. And some of the kids eat too, just depending. So lots of bacon in the kitchen right now. And then for chips, it's just grab chips of choice. We've got a bunch of these Boulder Canyon chips in the pantry, and whichever Ollipop. John and I are actually both having grape tonight. So BLTs, chips, Ollipops, and I was gonna serve it with fruit. That's what's on my meal plan, but I just don't have it in me tonight. It's midweek. That's exactly why I don't have it in me tonight.